Imagine a player who not only mastered the art of hitting, but was also a defensive wizard and a strategist on the field, inspiring generations of fans and athletes. I'm Alder Santos, and welcome to our channel, Legends of Baseball. Carlos Beltrán wasn't just a baseball player. He was a phenomenon who combined skill, intelligence, and charisma in a rare way. Born in a small town in Puerto Rico, Beltrán quickly attracted attention on the global sports scene, rising to stardom as one of the most complete players of his generation. But the journey to the top was filled with challenges, historic moments, and even controversies that marked not only his career, but also the history of MLB. So, what makes Carlos Beltrán such a memorable name in the world of baseball? Over nearly 2 decades of his career, Beltrán accumulated impressive achievements. 9 All-Star Game selections, awards for his offensive and defensive performances, and a reputation as a clutch player, able to shine in high-pressure moments. Who can forget his 2004 playoffs, when he practically carried his team on his back with spectacular performances? Or his innate ability to steal bases while remaining a constant threat at the plate. He wasn't just a player, but a strategist, a visionary of the sport, capable of predicting plays and adjusting his performance like few others in history. For those who followed him, every game was a baseball lesson. Watch this video to the end to discover all the details of Carlos Beltrán's incredible journey, from his early days in baseball to becoming one of MLB's greatest icons. We want to know your opinion. What was the most memorable moment of Beltrán's career that you'll never forget? Or is there a curiosity you'd like to share about him? Leave your comment below and join this conversation full of history, passion, and love for the sport. But Beltrán is also an example of how sports reflect the complexity of life. His journey wasn't just made of glory and records, but also of tough decisions and moments that tested his resilience. As a Latino athlete in a predominantly North American sport, he faced cultural, linguistic, and personal challenges that could have knocked many others down. And yet, Beltrán persevered, becoming an inspiration for millions of young people, especially in his homeland. Prepare to dive into a story filled with emotion, overcoming obstacles, and unforgettable moments. Carlos Beltrán is more than a player. He is an icon, and his story deserves to be told with all the grandeur it represents. Carlos Beltrán, one of the most complete players of his generation, left an undeniable mark on baseball with his combination of offensive and defensive skills. His career was full of memorable moments, impressive achievements, and challenges overcome. In this video, we will explore in detail Beltrán's trajectory, from his first steps in baseball to his lasting legacy in the sport. Born on April 24, 1977, in Manatí, Puerto Rico, Carlos Iván Beltrán grew up in a family passionate about sports. From an early age, he showed interest in various sports, but it was baseball where he found his true passion. During his youth, Beltrán stood out as a versatile player, participating in school tournaments and catching attention with his natural skills on the field. In 1995, Carlos Beltrán was selected by the Kansas City Royals in the second round of the MLB draft. His arrival in the minor leagues was marked by hard work and dedication. He quickly rose through the ranks, standing out for his hitting ability and agility as an outfielder. In 1998, Beltrán made his Major League Baseball debut, immediately showcasing his potential as one of the best young talents in the league. The 1999 season was a turning point for Carlos Beltrán. He was named American League Rookie of the Year after an incredible season in which he hit 22 home runs, drove in 108 RBIs, and scored 112 runs. His combination of speed, precision, and power at the plate impressed not only fans but also sports analysts. This was just the beginning of a legendary career. In the following years, Carlos Beltrán continued to evolve as a player. He became a constant presence in the Royals lineup, known for his consistency both offensively and defensively. His ability to steal bases, combined with his knack for hitting in clutch situations, made him one of the most feared players by opponents. In 2004, Carlos Beltrán was traded to the Houston Astros. It was during the playoffs of that season that he solidified his place in baseball history. In one of the most memorable performances in playoff history, Beltrán hit 8 home runs, drove in 14 RBIs, and posted an OPS of 1.557 in just 12 games. His performance was crucial for the team and showcased his extraordinary talent in high-pressure moments. After his legendary performance in 2004, Carlos Beltrán signed a 7-year contract with the New York Mets, worth $119 million. This was one of the largest contracts at the time and reflected the respect and confidence the organization had in his potential. With the Mets, Beltrán continued to shine, earning multiple All-Star Game selections and setting franchise records. In addition to his offensive skills, Carlos Beltrán was known for his defensive excellence. He won 3 Gold Gloves throughout his career, recognizing his work as one of the best center fielders in the game. His ability to make spectacular plays and his intelligence in positioning on the field were key factors in his team's success. Carlos Beltrán was always more than just a great baseball player. He used his platform to make an impact on his community, especially in Puerto Rico. Beltrán founded the Carlos Beltrán Baseball Academy, an institution dedicated to training young talent and preparing them for the future, both in sports and in life. His commitment to education and youth development is a key part of his legacy. In the later years of his career, Beltrán became a veteran leader, serving as a mentor to younger players. In 2017, he returned to the Houston Astros and helped the team win the World Series, their first title in MLB history. Although his role was more limited during this phase of his career, his leadership behind the scenes was widely recognized. Although his career was full of accomplishments, Carlos Beltrán's name became associated with the Houston Astros' 2017 sign-stealing scandal. This controversy added a point of discussion to his story, raising questions about his conduct and the impact of the episode on his legacy. Despite this, his overall contribution to the sport remains widely acknowledged. Carlos Beltrán is undoubtedly one of the great names in baseball history. With 9 All-Star Game selections, 3 Gold Gloves, and significant playoff impact, he left an indelible mark on the sport. His ability to combine offense, defense, and leadership makes him a role model for players of all generations. Beltrán's transition to the New York Mets in 2005 marked a new chapter in his career. Signing a 7-year, $119 million contract, he became one of the biggest signings in the franchise's history at that time. With high expectations, Beltrán quickly became a leader both on the field and in the clubhouse. Despite facing adaptation difficulties in his first season, especially due to injuries, he showed flashes of his exceptional talent, signaling that big things were to come. It was in 2006 that Beltrán truly left his mark with the Mets. He had a spectacular season, hitting 41 home runs, driving in 116 RBIs, and posting an impressive on-base percentage. His contributions weren't only offensive, his defensive skills in center field also shone, earning him the Gold Glove that year. He helped the Mets reach the playoffs, solidifying his reputation as a player who made an impact in decisive moments. The 2006 playoffs provided unforgettable moments, but also painful ones. Beltrán played a crucial role in leading the Mets to the National League Championship Series, with key hits and solid defense. However, the series ended with a strikeout against Adam Wainwright's curveball, eliminating the Mets from the title race. Though criticized for this specific moment, Beltrán's overall performance that season was a reminder of his invaluable worth. In the following years, Beltrán remained a dominant presence with the Mets. In 2007 and 2008, he maintained a consistent offensive average and continued to win Gold Gloves. However, injuries began to affect his performance and availability. Starting in 2009, knee problems required surgery, limiting his time on the field. Still, he remained determined to return to his highest level. In 2011, Carlos Beltrán was traded to the San Francisco Giants, marking the end of his time with the Mets. Despite his departure, his impact on the franchise was immense, both on and off the field. He not only set individual records but also helped elevate the Mets' profile as a competitive team in MLB. Beltrán went on to play important roles with several teams in the following years. With the Giants, he proved he still had much to offer, even as his age advanced. In 2012, he signed with the St. Louis Cardinals, where he continued to impress, especially in high-pressure playoff situations. Beltrán was pivotal in helping the Cardinals reach the 2013 World Series, further cementing his reputation as an outstanding postseason player. However, the World Series title continued to elude Beltrán. Despite his heroic performance in 2013, the Cardinals were defeated by the Boston Red Sox. For many, this loss was painful, but Beltrán maintained a positive outlook, focusing on his efforts and leading by example. After leaving the Cardinals, Beltrán signed with the New York Yankees in 2014, returning to the city where he had starred with the Mets. Though no longer the explosive player of his earlier years, he brought experience and leadership to the clubhouse. Beltrán helped guide a new generation of players while continuing to produce offensively. In 2016, he was traded to the Texas Rangers, where once again he proved to be a reliable hitter. His ability to adjust to different teams and situations demonstrated his versatility and commitment to the sport. Throughout his career, Beltrán showcased a remarkable ability to adapt, a trait that set him apart from many other players of his generation. The 2017 season marked a crowning moment in Beltrán's career. At 40 years old, he signed with the Houston Astros, returning to the team where he had shone in 2004. Though his role was more limited, he brought a valuable veteran presence to the roster. The season was historic for the Astros, who won the World Series for the first time in the franchise's history. For Carlos Beltrán, this victory was especially meaningful. After years of frustrated attempts, he finally achieved the long-awaited title. Although his contributions on the field were more modest in 2017, his impact in the clubhouse was invaluable. The Astros often credited his leadership as one of the factors that helped them overcome challenges that season. After the World Series win, Beltrán announced his retirement from baseball. He left the sport as one of the most respected players of his generation, with a legacy that transcends statistics and records. His career was marked by consistency, skill, and an unwavering dedication to the game. Even after retiring, Carlos Beltrán continued to impact baseball. He took on roles as an advisor and coach, sharing his vast experience with young players. His understanding of the game, both technically and emotionally, makes him one of the most respected voices in the sport. Beltrán also became involved in community initiatives, using his platform to help the less fortunate. He founded the Carlos Beltrán Baseball Academy in Puerto Rico, providing educational and sports opportunities for young talent. His dedication to his homeland reflects his belief in the power of sports as a tool for social change. Looking back on his career, it's impossible not to recognize the greatness of Carlos Beltrán. With 9 All-Star Game appearances, 3 Gold Gloves, and countless memorable playoff performances, he cemented his place in MLB history. He is an example of how talent, combined with hard work and integrity, can lead to lasting success. Carlos Beltrán didn't just stand out as a skilled player on the field, but also as a true ambassador for baseball. His ability to balance high-level performance with a positive influence in the clubhouse made him an admired figure among fans, teammates, and opponents. He was always recognized for his humility and professionalism, even in the most pressure-filled moments. In addition to his personal achievements, Beltrán's impact on younger players is often highlighted. Throughout his career, he served as a mentor to many who sought to make their mark in the MLB. His tactical knowledge, combined with his motivating approach, was key to helping new talents adjust to the competitive pace of the league. In 2019, Carlos Beltrán took on a new challenge as the manager of the New York Mets. This position was highly anticipated given his deep knowledge of the game and his proven leadership abilities. However, even before beginning his managerial journey, he was involved in the controversial sign-stealing scandal with the Astros, which led to his departure from the role before the season began. The incident brought a difficult period for Beltrán, who had to deal with criticism and questions about his involvement in the scandal. Despite this, he faced the situation responsibly and worked to rebuild his image both within and outside the sport. For many, his decades-long journey in baseball is proof of his resilient character and his ability to learn from mistakes. Away from the spotlight, Beltrán continued to contribute significantly to baseball. He remained active in programs developing young players and never ceased to emphasize the importance of ethics and respect in the sport. His foundation and academy in Puerto Rico are examples of his dedication to causes bigger than the game. The Carlos Beltrán Baseball Academy, located in Puerto Rico, is more than a sports school. It's a center of hope and opportunity. Many young people who have passed through the academy not only improve their baseball skills, but also receive scholarships and open doors to a better future. The impact of this initiative is one of Beltrán's greatest accomplishments off the field. While many players leave their mark through the statistics accumulated over their careers, Beltrán stood out for his ability to connect people and inspire generations. His story serves as a reminder that the true legacy of an athlete lies in how they use their influence to promote positive change. With over 400 home runs, 1,500 RBIs, and more than 300 stolen bases, Carlos Beltrán is among the most complete players in MLB history. These statistics are only part of his legacy. They reflect his versatility as one of the rare players who excelled in both offense and defense. Throughout his career, Beltrán was synonymous with consistency. He remained among the league's best players for nearly 2 decades, adapting to different teams, playing styles, and challenges. This longevity is a testament to his dedication to the sport and his tireless pursuit of excellence. His performance in the 2004 playoffs remains one of the highlights of his career. That period with the Astros showed the world how crucial he was in high-pressure moments. His 8 home runs in the postseason and a .435 batting average are still remembered as one of the most impressive performances in baseball history. Beltrán was also one of the first players to use advanced technology to improve his performance. He was known for studying videos of opposing pitchers, analyzing every detail to gain an edge at the plate. This pioneering approach influenced a generation of players who began adopting similar methods. Off the field, Carlos Beltrán always valued his Puerto Rican roots. He often highlighted how his homeland and culture shaped his character and work ethic. For him, representing Puerto Rico in the MLB was an honor, and he always made sure to praise the talent and passion of the players from his homeland. His dedication to the Puerto Rican community was especially evident after Hurricane Maria devastated the island in 2017. Beltrán led efforts to raise funds and provide aid to the victims, showing that his commitment to people went far beyond baseball. Carlos Beltrán's impact on baseball is undeniable, but his influence as a human being is even more significant. He continues to be an example of how sports can be used as a force for good, inspiring not only young athletes but also entire communities. While many baseball stars stand out for brief periods, Carlos Beltrán demonstrated longevity and consistency. His ability to maintain a high level of performance over nearly 2 decades solidified his reputation as one of the most complete players in MLB history. He was an athlete who, year after year, proved his worth both in regular seasons and in the most intense playoff battles. Beltrán was also a pioneer in redefining the role of an outfielder in modern baseball. His ability to combine flawless defense with devastating offense placed him in a realm few could reach. He was often praised for his defensive positioning, accurate throws, and game-reading skills, which often resulted in spectacular plays and stolen bases in crucial moments. One aspect that sets Beltrán apart from many players was his ability to elevate his performances when it mattered most. Whether in the regular season, playoffs, or decisive games, he always found a way to contribute. Many coaches and teammates recall his calmness under pressure, a quality that inspired confidence in everyone around him. In addition to his physical skills, Beltrán possessed rare game intelligence. He was a strategist on the field, able to predict opponents' movements and adjust his style of play according to the team's needs. This analytical mindset was one of the reasons he was so valued by coaches and peers. During his time with teams like the Kansas City Royals, Houston Astros, and New York Mets, Carlos Beltrán always made an immediate impact. He adapted quickly to new environments and became a natural leader, both through his on-field example and how he communicated with his teammates. Although his individual achievements are impressive, what truly set Beltrán apart was his team mentality. He always prioritized collective success, often putting the team's needs above his personal numbers. This selfless approach made him a respected figure in every club he played for. Beltrán's relationship with fans also deserves recognition. He was always approachable and genuine, understanding the importance of giving back to the support he received from the stands. Throughout his career, it was common to see him dedicating time to interact with fans, especially children, for whom he was a source of inspiration. In the history of baseball, few players have left as broad a mark as Carlos Beltrán. His legacy is not limited to the statistics or awards he accumulated, but also includes the lasting impact he had on players, fans, and communities around the world. After his retirement, Beltrán continued to be an active voice in the baseball world. He became an analyst and commentator, using his vast experience to offer detailed insights into the game. His presence in TV broadcasts brought a new perspective to viewers, highlighting technical and strategic aspects often overlooked. One of Carlos Beltrán's greatest legacies is his dedication to education and the development of young talent. His academy in Puerto Rico continues to produce players who not only dream of making it to the MLB, but also understand the importance of being exemplary citizens both on and off the field. Beltrán believes that baseball is more than just a game. It's a platform to teach values like teamwork, resilience, and discipline. He frequently emphasizes that success in sports is not only about talent, but also about continuous effort and dedication. With 9 All-Star Game appearances, Carlos Beltrán established himself as a reference in his position. These selections not only reflect his individual talent, but also the respect he earned from coaches, players, and fans throughout his career. His performance in the 2004 playoffs, in particular, continues to be a milestone in MLB history. Few players were able to combine power and consistency as he did that postseason, solidifying his reputation as one of the greatest players in decisive moments. Today, Carlos Beltrán's story serves as a reminder that true success goes beyond statistics. He is an example of how dedication, passion, and integrity can transform a career into a lasting legacy. Carlos Beltrán will always be remembered as one of the greatest names in baseball. His journey, marked by achievements, challenges, and overcoming obstacles, continues to inspire players and fans around the world. Whether through his skills on the field or the positive impact he left off it, he is a true legend who transcends generations. And this is the story of one of the greatest icons of the sport, whose influence will remain alive for many years. Carlos Beltrán is undoubtedly a figure who transcends the limits of baseball. His journey is not just a celebration of sports achievements, but also a rich narrative of overcoming, hard work, and passion for the game. From his first steps in baseball to his transformation into one of the most complete players of his generation, Beltrán teaches us that success is not just the destination, but the entire journey. He showed that excellence is not limited to statistics. It is in the ability to inspire others, to face challenges, and to stay true to oneself at every stage of the journey. Beltrán's impact goes beyond his home runs, stolen bases, or individual awards. He was an athlete who mastered many aspects of the game, but also a leader both on and off the field. His ability to balance offensive power with defensive precision made him an indispensable piece on every team he played for. More than that, Beltrán was always admired for his ethical behavior and his willingness to help teammates and young talents grow, reinforcing his legacy as an example of professionalism and humility in the sport. What makes Carlos Beltrán's career even more meaningful is his relevance in the most decisive moments. Who could forget the 2004 playoffs, where he shone spectacularly, showing what it means to shine under pressure? These moments of greatness not only solidified his place in MLB history, but also created unforgettable memories for fans around the world. Beltrán always knew that baseball is more than a game. It's a spectacle that unites people and generates emotions that transcend generations. As we reflect on his legacy, we must also acknowledge the adversities he faced. Like any great athlete, Beltrán had to deal with injuries, criticism, and the natural challenges of a long career. However, his resilience is a clear example of how determination can turn difficulties into opportunities. He always found ways to reinvent himself, adjusting his game to remain competitive and relevant, even as the sport evolved around him. Beyond the field, Beltrán also left his mark through his philanthropic work and commitment to his community. He never forgot his Puerto Rican roots and dedicated time and resources to helping those in greatest need, especially in times of crisis. This dedication shows that true greatness goes beyond the limits of sports and lies in the ability to use one's platform to positively impact others' lives. Finally, Carlos Beltrán's story is a testament to the transformative power of sports. He showed us that baseball is more than a game of numbers. It is an arena where character, passion, and humanity can shine. As we look at his career and the lasting impact he left, we are reminded that an athlete's true legacy is not just in the trophies or records, but in the lives they touched along the way. Beltrán was not just a brilliant player. He was, and will always be, an inspiration to all who love baseball. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating content, and activate the bell for notifications. And don't forget to leave your comment. As we reflect on Carlos Beltrán's career, it is important to remember the lessons he leaves us. The importance of hard work, dedication to community, and maintaining integrity in everything we do. His impact on baseball goes far beyond the numbers and statistics. He inspired a generation of players and fans to love the game and pursue excellence. So, folks, what do you think of Carlos Beltrán's story? Leave your comments below and share your favorite memories of this baseball icon. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell to never miss any content about the greatest legends of the sport. Until the next journey, dear baseball lovers.